Hi guys, how are you doing?
Good, good, good. How you doing?
Hey, good morning.
Hey,
How
good
you guys
morning.
doing today? Does anybody know why we've been called here today? I'll bet we're going to hear about some more changes here.
It is amazing how things have changed at this company.
That's been a great opportunity for us. We're all new here.
Well, that shouldn't have been a surprise to too many. First, I heard that they had the Laputa-Slivlovia disaster, to be followed up with the Lugnag-Westjavik debacle.
What's the story behind the Laputa project?
There was a great worldwide opportunity, but the company approached the project rather naively. They lacked the experience that was needed to successfully pull it off. To put it succinctly, they didn't know what they didn't know.
They didn't know much better on the Lugnag project.
Well, that's not exactly true. In one, they had another global business opportunity with an experienced team. Unfortunately, they had all the tools right in front of them, but they didn't know how to implement them, and they didn't have the necessary management support.
What type of tools do you mean?
Well, there was a box full of CII stuff, but they didn't have anyone totally familiar with the best practices and tools. The stuff wasn't properly used. Hey, I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I am not certain that we can do it. Take a look at the disasters in Laputa and Lugnag.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
I want you guys to use this stuff on this important project. There won't be much time for you to devote to the project. Just give the team the information, and we'll see if we can free up more time for you to assist them. You know, I just don't know why the team didn't fit all this stuff into the project delivery process.
Our last two projects took much longer.
Well, that's true, but CII has excellent documentation stating that projects that utilize specific best practices can finish jobs quicker.
We will need to handle the safety aspect of this opportunity very differently than was done on the earlier global jobs.
That's true. CII has excellent documentation stating that projects that use zero-accident techniques, as well as other best practices, completes projects with significantly lower incident rates.
And what about the cost? The last two projects were significantly overrun.
Again, CII shows that by implementing specific best practices, there are significant cost reduction opportunities for the project.
Then I'm concerned. Do we have time to fully implement the practices into our culture and project delivery system, or not?
Look guys, you heard Eskel. We need to have this plant ready in 2 years. I suggest that you have the champions tell you what the practice is about. You guys are smart. You'll be able to incorporate these things right into the project as you are doing it. We don't need to have the whole project delivery system changed for this project. We can do that later.
We need to roll out these tools in a systematic way. We just can't expect this thing to happen seamlessly.
That's enough. Let's just use the tools and tell them how we need to run the project. You heard, we have our senior management support on this.
We need to decide which of the tools and practices we should incorporate into the project delivery system by determining which ones will give us the biggest bang for the buck.
We don't have time for that. That could take months. We need to move now. Get me a list of the best practices and the names of the champions for those that we use, and another list for those that we don't use, and I'll get champions assigned.
I think we're going to be in trouble again.
Well, it didn't go as bad as the last two projects. We made the startup date, but completely blew the budget. 33% over. We did run the project safely, though, to our great relief. This time we had the CII tools and even had champions for them. How could this have happened?
I never saw it coming. I thought that having champions for a practice was enough. I guess it wasn't.
I wish we could do the whole thing all over again. I bet we could have done a much better job if only we had